Well, good day, all. Ira Epstein, and here we are on Monday, the 17th of July, 2023. And the time right now, about 6:05 p.m. Central Time. Now, I'm out of town this whole week, but I am putting these out remotely, so you won't see my beautiful face, as I keep saying, but you will be able to talk to me about the markets and see everything that's going on. So, again, we keep hearing that the stock market should fall and earnings are going to come out terrible. Well, it's not really the case. The market keeps rallying. I'm sure one of these times the naysayers, the people that maintain all that bearishness might be right, but they haven't been right so far, and that's important. On the energy markets, as you can see, you're slipping back a bit here. You're back under the 80 level in the Brent. Crude in WTI's back to 74. There's many stories out about the Biden administration unable to really complete its goal of refilling the 180 million barrels that have been sold under it of crude. Maybe they can get back each year 30 to 50, 60, but that seems to be about all that they're willing to do. And frankly, it seems to be, in all fairness, not a lot of members of Congress seem to be jumping on board. In the metal markets, it still looks to me like we have an inflationary economy until you see something happen here to shake that. I think as long as the dollar keeps staying on the weak side, you're going to see bids come into the gold market. Now, we look at the weekly chart of closes, you can see right here you're underneath the 18-week average. As long as you're underneath it, you have a downside bias. When you come to the daily bar chart, you can see the sideways action that has come into the market, and the pattern has been one of higher lows, I think you'd agree with that, and higher highs. By any definition, that's called an uptrend. The market is staying over on the daily charts, the 18-week average, so the bias is up. Should the market get hit hard, maybe you can fall back to there for your first support level, but that's all that I'd be looking for. Resistance on the way up could be back here at the 200-day average, and that's 1977.40, as you can see, right up through there, and the Bollinger Band, which comes in much closer. That number is going to be here in the 1968.90 level. So between that and the upper band are where I'm looking for the resistance to come in, and the market is overbought. So overbought markets generally don't attract a lot of reasons to get overly bullish one way or the other and deploy new money into it. When I look at the gold-silver ratio, you could see that you're staying completely under the 18-day average, which means silver should be stronger than the gold market. When we look at the silver, it's battling at the upper Bollinger Band. And in addition, the big question is, are you going to get this 18-day average to suddenly get over the 100? That would be a very bullish development. In addition, we're at the point where, yes, we're overbought, but both numbers here were over 80. Maybe today they'll stay that way. You know, another day or two and you can have an embedded reading, which then gets me very excited about the bull side. Now, the copper market gave up an awful lot of ground today, and the reason that it did so, if you take a look at that, was that if you saw the GDP numbers for the first 6 months in China, definitively a slowdown. What they can do, I don't know. I'm not Chinese, and I don't know what they want to do, but they have to do something to get the consumer spending. It might be what we did in America to get out of the COVID situation we had. We gave an awful lot of money away. Was it the wisest thing you could do? Not necessarily, but it's one of those things. I still keep reading about law cases, especially in Illinois, living here, of how many people are getting caught for fraud. I mean, I just saw people, I know they were filing illegally. I don't know the people, but you suddenly see new cars, all these things, go, what the heck's going on here? And that's what was going on. Will they get everybody? Of course not, but it's the way it is. So in the copper, you still have the uptrend. You fell back to the support to buy it at this 18-day average of 380.80 and have a stop under this low of 372 is certainly no bargain. I don't see anything fresh to do there. In the platinum market, you can see how the market has come up and it's fighting at the upper Bollinger Band. Remember, this market was riding the lower band when we saw the embedded reading lose right there, and that's when the market lost that reading. I said, watch out. I thought it would get back to the 18-day average, but it got much stronger than that up to the upper band. So we're really trading between the upper and lower bands of that. and not a lot more. In the dollar, you don't want to get too excessive too fast. You had your 3 days under the Bollinger Band. You're moving to the right-hand side of it or doing your darn best. And with the close today of 99.52.90, you are over that number. Okay. But you're trying to embed, as you can see down here. And if you embed, that is a very, very bearish situation. So I would not get overly to the idea that, oh, you're oversold, you're going to get a bounce. Just the opposite. If you embed, I get even more bearish in this market. Now, each morning, whether you trade the futures, the ETFs, one of the things that I do is I start off my subscribers, even when I'm away. I put out my videos for them, and they're seeing the setups, the ideas for new trade recommendations, where they go. I start them off with the day's financial information in terms of what major reports are coming out, where they're going to carry you, what do you do with that. Then we start reviewing charts, and we typically review 40 futures charts and 40 stocks and ETF charts. We'll look at dailies and weeklies. On the weekend, we'll move it and just be looking at the weekly charts, trying to give you a picture for the longer term view with it. But I think you'll find that you get an awful lot of trade ideas here. The charts will look like you're seeing on the screen to a degree, but it's technical analysis, a touch of fundamentals, common sense, telling you if a market's overbought, oversold, what it might be doing, how not to be doing with it, and away from there you go with it. It's going to cover, as I said, 40 of each. So to get to it, all you need to do is move your cursor all the way up to the top of our screen up here, and when you give it there, you'll see an icon come on board for you. Give that a click. You can go to iraepstein.com, and when you go to iraepstein.com, what you will instantly see at that point is the things that we have. Go to the word research. That's where we put all this, and in the research area, be everything that you need. I'm Ira Epstein. You have a good day. I will talk to you all with the update first thing in the morning for the subscribers, and the rest of you, I'll see you in the evening. You have a good day.